I primarily work in mathematics education, so I mostly teach classes for people who want to be teachers, whether that's elementary, middle school, or high school, and I also do a lot of work on curriculum design for those courses. Um, when I was in college, a lot of my friends used to joke that the first day was syllabus by day because most of the time the professor said, "Here's your syllabus, bye." But we actually do math on the very first day of class. So I like to do an activity where people get comfortable getting to know each other. So they might do some working in groups, solving some unique problems that are not necessarily difficult but are challenging in a way that gets your brain warmed up and gets you thinking about math and actually just getting your hands, dirty on some math on the very first day.
What's your
Favorite thing about math is probably just all the patterns that are everywhere. It seems to me like the more math you take, the more you can make connections across disciplines, and you start to realize like all these things that we thought early on as undergraduate students were so different, like algebra and trigonometry is kind of related, but it's its own thing, and then calculus is some other thing. As you move through the courses, we treat them as all individual objects, but the more math you take, the more you realize that all these things are actually very interconnected, and it's all sort of like small snapshots of a bigger picture. Ooh, so yeah, my graduate program was interesting because it's a lot of math. I think my degrees are all in mathematics. My undergraduate is in education, and I have some post master's work in education as well. But my master's degree is in pure mathematics. So when you're an undergraduate student, you take a lot of courses that are in your major, but you also take a lot of courses that are not in your major. Here at WKU, those are colonnade classes or whatever gen ed program you have, and electives, other requirements that you have to satisfy. But in graduate school, you focus on the discipline you're working in. So I was doing math from the time I woke up till the time I went to bed. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and do more math. I was lucky enough to go to graduate school in Colorado, so I would sometimes go in the mountains and do math, but it's just a lot of doing math, and I think that's a lot different than what you experience as an undergraduate student. Take all the math you can while you're here, because we look at our majors and we think, boy, that's a lot of math, but that's still just kind of scratching the surface of things. Depending on what you want to do, you may need to look at graduate school options and then talk about, what kind of mathematics you need to take while you're an undergraduate to prepare you for those programs. There are also lots of career opportunities for people um, with undergraduate degrees in mathematics as well. You don't always need a graduate degree, but the thing, whatever I would say, whatever you want to do, just take as much math as you can while you're here, because whether you want to teach, whether you want to be an actuary, a data scientist or statistician, mathematician, an applied mathematician, it never hurts to have more math. Yes, hi, I'm Patrick Brown. I'm an instructor here in the math department. I'm also the lead academic undergraduate advisor for our department and the coordinator for the middle grades math and secondary teachers program. So this semester and next semester, this whole year, I'm primarily teaching classes for future elementary teachers and future middle school and high school teachers. So I have two sections of our third course in the sequence for elementary teachers. That's the one that primarily deals with conceptual understandings and foundations of fractions in the rational number system and operations within that system. And then this semester I'm teaching an intro to advanced math for middle grades teachers. So this is the class that sort of gets you from more computational mathematics to much more abstract mathematics. It's the first class where they get to prove things, look for kind of bigger patterns across other areas, And then next semester, I'm teaching a class for middle school and high school future teachers that is on functions, applications, and models. So it's a post-calculus class where we really get into some mathematical modeling and using tools from calculus and algebra and trigonometry and other places to try to tie together some bigger concepts through application problems based around modeling.